And hello YouTube and welcome back to another episode of the Zone TV Movie Entertainment. Well, weekend's now upon us and a new movie just came out, so I figure just review the damn thing. It is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Out of the Shadows, starring Megan Fox and Stephen Amell. And of course your favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Raphael, Donatello, Michelangelo, and Leonardo. Now, these guys are back. This is the brand new reboot and also the sequel to the brand new reboot that came out in 2014. And, that movie was fun. And it was dark. So a lot of people were a little worried about how this was going to be. Because, this one was supposed to have Krang and Bebop and Rocksteady and Baxter Stuntman. Basically all the original characters from the original cartoon. And to me, when I went to see this movie, I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. Oh, so by the way, Casey Jones is in this movie too. And it's fun. It's not exactly one of those, it's going to be a contender for the Oscar, no way. It's not going to be one of the greatest comic book superhero movies of all time. It's just fun. I mean, yes, this movie has problems, but I still had a lot of fun with this movie. Basically, if you want to know what the basic of this movie is, basically, you got the four brothers. They, now that they stopped Shredder, and they want to be a part of the world. They always are in the sewer. Now they feel like they want to be a part of, the surface. And Leonardo's telling them, listen, we can't be there because we're turtles. We have to live in the shadows. No pun intended. And they have to do their job underneath the sewer. And something happens where you have Shredder who escapes prison, and now they have a new threat that's coming to Earth in the form of Krang. And like I said, I did enjoy this movie. A lot of great stuff from my childhood came into this movie. You had Krang, he looked great. You had Shredder, obviously. Looked a lot better than he did in the first one, but I personally liked him in both ways, so, it didn't really bother me what he looked like. But he did have the mask more often, so I thought that was cool. Casey Jones was fine in this movie. April O'Neil was fine. I like Megan Fox playing her. I thought she's pretty good at it, but she needs to do better at it. So, but before I get to the negatives, let me talk about more of the good stuff about this movie. This movie's funny, a lot of laughs. Like I said, to me, I think the best part of the movie, in my opinion, was Bebop and Rocksteady. Now, I thought, the way that they look in the trailers, they looked fine. When you watch the movie, the CG is pretty darn good. I was worried that they were gonna be too goofy to the point where I'm watching a rip-off of Batman and Robin all over again. I know, I butcher that movie all the time. I really hate that movie. But yeah. But they were fine. They almost got to that point where I'm like, okay, I'm going to get annoyed by these guys. Because these guys were my favorite villains to fight the Ninja Turtles. They were great. So I don't have any problem with them. I just wish certain scenes in this movie shouldn't have been in this movie. But, I don't want to spoil it. But, okay, I'll spoil it this one part. So if you don't want to hear anything, so that means spoilers. So don't, listen to this part. I mean, part of this was in the trailer. There's a scene in the trailer where you see Casey Jones. He's riding in, his, skating and having Bebop and Rocksteady chase him. Now, you must be wondering, oh, maybe he builds his gadgets or whatever, No, he basically finds a pair of skates in a car. Yeah. I don't know what New Yorker has skates in their car, especially in the front seat, and then he just straps it on like it's nothing. He doesn't even put them on. He tapes it to his shoes. Yeah, it's pretty much the bottom wheels of a skate that he tapes around his shoes. And then, to get more ridiculous, he goes and he's in this warehouse, and then there's this metal bar that kind of looks like a hockey stick. Now, I don't know any construction workers who use bars and bend into hockey sticks and just leave it there. So I found that was kind of stupid, but you know what? Whatever. Let's see. Casey Jones. Let's talk about him. Now, I remember him in the cartoon being, rough edge, tough guy, pretty much, a vigilante, if you want to call it that. And also, he likes to fight with the turtles a lot. He likes to get into fights with Raphael and have their competition, who's stronger, who's tougher, blah, blah, blah. They made him too friendly in this movie. I didn't mind Stephen Amell in the role. It's just that I wish they made the character a little bit darker. I get it, they're trying to do it for kids, but I just wish he didn't smile too much, And his backstory, was okay, I guess. He was a cop, and then something happens where, Shredder escapes, obviously, and then they blame him. Now he wants to redeem himself and try to catch them. He was fine. The backstory with him trying to become a detective and all that crap, he was fine in it. It's just that I felt like his character, the way they made the character of Casey Jones, was a little too friendly. You know what I mean? It's like you walking across the street and you see this guy wearing a hockey mask. You think he's supposed to be a tough guy, and he's just a teddy bear. I mean, he's Stephen Amell. I get it, but still. He's a badass in an Arrow. Always going to be a badass in that show, but still, come on. You could have made him a little Arrow version of him in this. Just that. Have him frown a little bit, He was just too happy a little bit. I mean, I get him meeting Megan Fox. She's a beautiful woman, April O'Neil, but still, yeah. He just smiled too much. It just kind of creeped me out a little bit. It was just weird. Baxter Stuntman. He was played by Tyler Perry. He's that scientist that helps out with Shredder, who eventually becomes like the fly creature from the cartoon. If anybody remembers from the cartoons, he was fine. I thought he was gonna get a little too goofy too, but he was he almost hit that point where it was too goofy, but he stopped and he became pretty cool. So I liked him. So I wouldn't mind Tyler Perry coming back as Baxter Stuntman or whatever his name was. Anyway, he was cool. Like I said, the only problems I really had about this, I wish the movie had more action. I mean, a lot of the scenes in the trailer was just the turtles just running around and really not really doing ninja stuff. Like I said, even the foot soldiers, like in the first one, the foot soldiers had guns. This time they have swords and knives and all the ninja stuff, but they didn't really do anything. They were just really basically running around doing things, but no combat, The turtles didn't really see too much combat until near the end of the movie where they were fighting Krang. And, whatever, I guess. I just wish they gave him more to do. That's what I want to say. But, like I said, I still had fun with this movie. I enjoyed it. It made me laugh a lot. The movie's funny. Michelangelo continued to be the most funniest character in this new reboot. I love Raph. He's always my favorite. I think the Turtles worked. I think they were great. I just wish they did more. They got the comedy part right, from the cartoon. They'll always make you laugh in the cartoon. I just wish they showed them doing ninja stuff, Other than that, they were fun. It was fine. Oh, if you're going into thinking Shredder is the main guy, dumb. Shredder pretty much didn't do crap. I didn't understand why he was in this movie at all. They could have just saved it for the third one to come back to maybe team up with Krang. But I don't know. I guess they had to put Shredder back. He didn't really do too much except get things for Krang that Krang needed to come to Earth. It was just very weird. Krang, Krang was fine. The CG was okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't horrible. He was okay. Voice was good though. I like the voice though. He really sounded like a really 90s cartoon villain that you would want to see in the big screen. He was fine. I just wish they showed him more, or maybe even saved him for the ending to be the tease of maybe the next movie, not have him in the movie at all. But I guess whatever. So anyway, like I said, I like Ninja Turtles. I thought it was okay. It was good for what it was. Had a lot of laughs. Had a lot of fun with it. If you're a fan of the original cartoon, you might like certain parts here and there, but then there are moments you might not like. So, be warned. So anyway, there you go. There's my review. If I had to score this, I'm gonna give it 7.5. I liked it, but I feel like those negative issues I had with the movie really kind of dropped it a little bit for me. Like I said, this wasn't in my top 5 anticipated movies of this year. It was kind of lower because I didn't want to expect too much about it. But I still enjoy the movie. It's a lot of fun. If you like the first one, you're going to like this one too. Like I said, I really enjoyed it. But like I said, there were, I can't go in there saying that, just because I'm a fan of the cartoon, I'm going to like every single part. I'm going in there because I'm trying to do a review about it and be honest. And a lot of parts kind of bother me in a certain degree. But like I said, go in there, have fun, take your kids if you want to watch it. They'll probably enjoy it. If not, then, that's up to you. But like I said, so let me know what you think. And by the way, who's your favorite Ninja Turtle? And what order would you put these movies in if you had to combine all the Ninja Turtle movies right now? I think Secret of the Ooze is still my favorite, as always, number 1. Then maybe 1 and then 3, the original ones. Then that cartoon one that came out a couple years ago. And then this one, and then I'll put the first one last. So there you go. So leave a comment below and let me know what you think. And thank you and have a good day.